you have to wonder, Jazz and Angel Orsini, they have so much bad blood between those two that if that's going to play a factor, if that will take them out of their game, so to speak. Mercedes Martinez has to be the underdog in this matchup, but that could give her the advantage. They may overlook the underdog. They may be so concerned with one another, not take her seriously, and that would give her a great opportunity to slide in there and take the title. And they're just, it looks like a mini battle royal in there right now. And again, this is elimination style. And from the looks of things, it looks like everybody's going to be in the ring. Simply Luscious going downtown to the rib cage. I would have to guess here that Simply Luscious and Jazz wrestling each other in the ring for the very first time in their careers. A little do-si-do. A double noggin knocker. It looks like Jazz and Mercedes Martinez are working together. What a team these two make. And I got to tell you what, if neither of them win the title tonight, I would love to see them challenge for the tag team championship belt somewhere down the line. Talk about chemistry. It's going to be real interesting. Mercedes Martinez, I talked to her earlier tonight. She said she has so much respect for Jazz. So if it comes down to Mercedes Martinez and Jazz, it will be real interesting to see if Mercedes Martinez is starstruck by her idol in the middle of the ring, or if she could do what it takes, if she could do whatever is necessary to get the job done and beat Jazz or whoever it is to become World Heavyweight Champion. Angel Orsini, also a former ECW star, had many hardcore battles in there with Jazz, has had battles here in WEW with Jazz. Some of the most brutal matches in WEW history were between those two. Super kick. Mercedes Martinez goes for a cover. What a slow count. This guy is something else. We have two referees assigned to the matchup. It wasn't until about, I would say, 30, 40 years ago that they stopped using two referees in championship matches. That's old school. We're talking old school right now. Mercedes Martinez putting the boots to Simply Luscious. And I got to tell you, this championship matchup bigger than Wendy Richter and the Fabulous Moolah. Bigger than June Byers and Mildred Burke. Bigger than some of the biggest women's matches in the history of this business. Because you know, when this match is over, no matter what happens, you are going to have a brand new World Heavyweight Champion. And you cannot say that most of the time when you are watching a professional wrestling matchup with a championship belt on the line. Mercedes Martinez looked like she nailed somewhat of a fisherman's buster there, or fisherwoman's buster to be PC. And this referee is something else with these slow counts. He should be investigated. I'd rather have Stevie Wonderful out here at this point. And we have Isis outside of the ring trying to keep some order out there between Angel Orsini and Jazz, who pick up right where they left off 5 years ago here in WEW. And that's also a monkey off of the back of Angel Orsini that she has never been able to accomplish, and that is beating Jazz. Spine Buster! And a Mercedes Martinez, and look at that cover. That's the cover of a champion. And she's getting very upset, very emotional. And what a forearm shot. Down goes Orsini. Schoolgirl! That's a quick count. Feet on the ropes. You gotta be kidding me. Somebody's on the take. Somebody's on the take. Mercedes Martinez was robbed. She was robbed.
We're Team Blondage.
And I'm Talia Madison. And you can catch more of us at
wxtremew.com.
And past pay-per-views available on videotape. Every single pay-per-view, the stuff we can't show you on TV, you can find on the website, wxtremew.com. That is wxtremew.com. And you see Angel Orsini with a camel clutch, Simply Luscious with an ankle lock, an ankle pick, if you will. And Jazz right now can barely move, but is close enough to a rope that if she can reach out a little bit more, she can grab it. Look at Isis. Isis in there. Isis can see what's going on. And the match changes a little bit now that we are down to 3, because whereas before Isis would be distracted outside of the ring by 2 women fighting, if everybody is inside the ring, then Pistol Pete in there could stop his shenanigans, and Isis could see exactly what's going on. Double whip into the turnbuckle, down goes Jazz. That lower back being worked over. Cover, but it's not, and wait a minute. Now I have to question the motives there of Angel Orsini. It's obvious what's going on here. A smarter wrestler would have let Simply Luscious pin Jazz because it doesn't matter. It's not like the match is over, but Angel Orsini is so obsessed with beating Jazz herself that she pulled Luscious off of Jazz. And that could be the critical moment of the match for Orsini, in which she could have cost herself the World Heavyweight Championship. Double clothesline. If Orsini comes out of this a loser, she has to question that motive, what she did and why she did it at that point in the match, instead of letting Simply Luscious just simply make the pin. That was just stupid. And Jazz fighting off, fighting back. Jazz has been in the ring with some of the best in this business. She has been in some bad positions, but I don't know if she has ever been in a position like that, taking a double DDT from Simply Luscious and Angel Orsini. Again, Orsini and Luscious arguing. And Luscious is starting to get fed up with Orsini. Luscious, quite a bit of a hothead. You don't want to get on her bad side. And they're shoving each other back and forth now. And it looks like the partnership is ending. Angel Orsini, reverse breast edge chop. And again, a chop out of Orsini. Chopping each other like 2 Indian wrestlers in the middle of the ring. Big kick to the midsection. Double axe handle on a block. Chop. Let's just climb the ropes. That was something we call an arm drag in this business. Goes for a cover. Kick out. Simply Luscious is upset right now. Good look on that kiss. I'd like to take that home. And a double chop to the back of Simply Luscious. Arm wringer. Short arm clothesline. And a big boot out of Angel Orsini right now. And Jazz the benefit of the breakup of the partnership. A little gut-wrench suplex there. Change to the Iron Sheik. Angel Orsini going for the cover, and Jazz the beneficiary here because this allows Jazz to recuperate. As the other two, Simply Luscious and Angel Orsini, fight it out amongst each other. Luscious with a face buster. Now, none of the fans hear about it. I'm telling you what, Orsini has to be questioning herself at this point. That was a bad, bad move right there. Just a horrible decision. Simply Luscious pulling the hair of Angel Orsini now, saying, all right, we fought. We had our problems. Let's get back to the matter at hand, and that's Jazz. Jazz with a boot. Jazz with a right hand. Stinging right hand. With the J factor. And Orsini right to the mush. Orsini covers Luscious. What a swerve. What a swerve. That's worse than Montreal 1997. And we are down to Angel Orsini and Jazz. Back where we started 5 years ago. And I don't know what matters more to Angel Orsini, beating Jazz or becoming WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But lucky for her, she can accomplish both tonight. And a camel clutch into the ropes there. And if this referee was worth any grain of salt, he would break it up because they're in the ropes. And the history of the roots of both Jazz and Angel Orsini, it wouldn't surprise me to see a table. It wouldn't surprise me to see fire, ladders, chairs. Speaking of chairs, thank you, Simply Luscious. What a suplex. Rolls over, has her for the cover. And Simply Luscious staying at ringside. Looks like she's cheering on Jazz. Double leg takedown. Kicking that hamstring there. And Simply Luscious now, oh wait a minute, now she's cheering Orsini, she wants her to use the chair. Wind up, kick to the midsection. That could have ended right there with the chair. Jazz has got the chair. Jazz has got the chair. Wait a minute, you get your hands off of that chair, you son of a bitch. Double axe handle. We got a ref down, but we do have a capable referee outside of the ring. Orsini shoots her into the ropes, into the turnbuckle. Angel Orsini going up. She's gonna go aerial. High cross body, rolls over, hooks the leg. We have a new champion. We have a new champion. I can't believe it. Call your friends and neighbors. Alert the media because Jazz has returned to WEW for the first time in 5 years and has won the WEW World Heavyweight Championship on her first night back. And wait a minute, what's Francine doing here? What's Francine doing here? They have a connection going back a long time ago to that other company. It looks like Jazz turned her back on her. And Ty showing support for the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. This is so huge. Jazz, the World Heavyweight Champion here in WEW. What a fighting champion she will turn out to be. And I can't wait for the match somewhere down the line when Ty and Jazz go one-on-one for the World Heavyweight Championship. And right now, we are going to show you some highlights if you missed from the entire No Hose Barred pay-per-view. We're going to take you to a video of Black Label Society, one of the biggest bands in the world, one of my favorite bands, Suicide Messiah. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Good night.